you guys know about the body farm, but what do you guys think about it when you hear that?
Farm with people.
It was coined by a book. It's actually started in the University of Tennessee by Dr. William Bass in 1971, and it's just a research facility that has pretty much a bunch of bodies everywhere outside to just like to see how like the decomposition process works and all kinds of other things. But I'm going to show you guys a video on it. I don't know if you guys could handle gruesome graphic images, but if you can, just don't watch it. Do you know how the sound works on the sound?
This 2-acre compound at the University of Tennessee is devoted to studying what happens to the body after death. The scene isn't for the squeamish. On any given day, the ground is strewn with some 50 corpses. For the scientists who work here, it's an open-air laboratory of decay.
What is unique about the facility is that we can look at this process of decomposition. Day 18, day 37, and day 156.
Dr. Murray Marks is a forensic anthropologist.
Once decomposition sets in, a normal autopsy cannot be done. And so the pathologist turns to the anthropologist to come up with some information.
To provide that information, Dr. Marks is compiling an unusual and for some stomach-turning reference work. An atlas for law enforcement that will display bodies in every state of decay.
What happens is you pull out the atlas and you compare your body that's decomposed to this. It's a standard. It will provide, I think, a gold standard for the process of decomposition.
The work at the body farm is important to solving crimes, but it's also gruesome. This corpse has been outside for 2 weeks, and it's giving off a powerful stench.
It's not like garbage. It's not even like a dead animal. It's not like a mouse that's behind your wall that dies. I mean, it's a pungent, sweet smell. You never forget it.
The researchers focus on details that would revolt most people, such as blackened skin, an important clue in establishing time of death. The darker the flesh, the longer the body's been dead.
You can see the head is darker, the arm is a little bit darker, so I'm trying to show.
So that's a little bit of how it is out there. It's pretty gross, but it really does help with scientific research. It helps with law enforcement use, like to help find solve crimes, like how long the body's been out there, and it also helps with forensic scientists like entomologists and anthropologists. So it's very beneficial. So from having the body farm available to look at, students and doctors can come look at the skeletal remains, and we've learned a different process, a lot better, the decomposition process, which has algor mortis, which is like the temperature that, the temperature of the body when it dies. It's like, changes 1 to 2 hours, so it drops usually.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
This one?
Yeah, it's the same.
I will disregard this, but I couldn't see.
So we learned that the body becomes ambient after 6 to 24 hours. And we've also learned about rigor mortis more, and that's when the body stiffens. And it doesn't stay that way permanently, but it just happens after the body dies. Your joints stiffen and the body's like a statue pretty much. And You'll also learn more about rigor mortis too. There's 3 mortises, and that's the discoloration of the skin. There's also interesting things too about, like, they get to look at different situations, like a body could be underwater in concrete, and adipocere, we learn about that, and that's when the body is in the water and the skin starts getting like waxy and gray. So we've learned so many things from that. Another beneficial thing about the body farm is that it helps law enforcement see like the time of death, like of a person. It helps like figure out who the person is by the bones, and that's the anthropologist's jobs and the death investigator. They usually, death investigators come out here too to look at bodies to help for the crime scenes, because they have to know like how to figure out the time of death, like the age right away, like the different stages, so that helps a lot. And they always have to confirm like the unnatural causes, so that helps a lot with their job. And then a third thing is the body farm helps with forensic science, and entomologists also come out here. They study insects and like what they do. Like a lot of, there's like different insects that eat at the body, and it's kind of gross, but it goes back into the earth. It's all natural, so they like to study that. And anthropologists also study the bones. They study the bones. They get to learn more about like the frontal lobe, like that helps like determine what kind of race it could be. Like Africans tend to have like a bigger frontal lobe, and then it's like Caucasians are usually straighter. The nose bridge too could help with that, because different races have different nose bridges. So they study that over here, and they could tell the age by if the skeleton still has teeth. They could tell is it a baby, is it an adult, like older. They could also figure out body weight. So the body farm really helps with all of those. And it's very beneficial to have this here, even though it's kind of disturbing, but we do need to learn about the body and how it all works after we die. So it helps again with the forensic science, it helps with law enforcement, and it helps with other scientists too, like entomologists and anthropologists and entomologists. So we need it. Thank you.